For our lab environment, we also need a copy of Linux. In this case, we're going to download Ubuntu Desktop. The reason we're doing Ubuntu is because you get a graphical user interface, and it's also Linux. So if you go to your favorite browser and you just type in Ubuntu Desktop, and pretty much is the first one, which is download Ubuntu Desktop. We click it, and then you're going to download the latest and greatest version of desktop. We're going to click on download. It's going to download. And in our case, it's about 2.5 gig, something like that. 2.67 gig. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to hop over to our Hyper-V manager. We're going to right click on our Hyper-V cluster, new virtual machine. And then we're going to select next and then name our virtual machine. So in this case, it's going to be get a job in tech 03. Click next, generation 1, give it 2 gig. Let's give it 4 gig actually. Next, we're not going to connect it this time. Next, we're going to give it probably say 40 GB of RAM, 40 gig of space, excuse me. Click next from there, and then we're going to click next again, and then finish. To install it, we're going to right click on our VM. We're going to click on settings. We're going to do a cleanup beforehand like before. We're going to go over to checkpoints. We're going to uncheck enable checkpoints. We don't want checkpoints in that. We're going to click on the integrated services. We're going to uncheck backup, volume, system state, volume, shadow copy. Then going to click on the IDE controller, DVD drive, click on image file, select our image where it's at, our Ubuntu server. We're going to make sure everything's good. We're going to click on a network adapter. We're going to check our internal switch, which is our DGE 560 gigabit PCI Express. We're going to push apply on that. And okay. And then we're going to right click on it. And we're going to click start. Then we're going to right click again and select connect. When you first install Linux, Ubuntu Desktop, you're going to prompt a couple different things here, a couple different languages. So choose a language that fits you. Push next. We're going to click on install Ubuntu. We're going to scroll down till we say install Ubuntu. Now we're prompted with a couple different things, right? So we're going to say welcome install, right? We're going to click continue. And again, find your keyboard layout that fits your need. In our case, is English. Continue. And it's going to depend on how much processor power you have, how fast is your computer, how intensive it is, and sometimes they're a little slower than the others. So just have patience when you go Ubuntu. In our case, we're going to do a normal install, and this is just going to install in the VM on a virtual hard drive, not your computer hard drive, just a normal hard drive. Click continue. And just to iterate, it's just a virtual drive. We're not actually uninstalling anything or erasing anything on your computer itself when you do this. So click on erase disk and install Ubuntu. Click on install now. And here we want to just click continue. We're going to continue through. You're going to choose the location you're in, whatever your destination, whatever your address is, your central time zone or Eastern time zone. And here we're going to put our name and our username and password. Installation probably takes 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Looks like the installation is complete. Now we're going to head and restart the Ubuntu server. Ubuntu Desktop. Okay, so now we're going to log in with the credentials that put in, and we're good to go.